So, welcome listeners to another motivation podcast, and I am delighted to have a gentleman with us today. Hooray! Thank you, Malachi. It's so hard to get the gentleman to do the podcast, so thank you, very, very grateful to have you here today to share your story with us. And you are another client, patient of ours, like the last podcast we did, who has been with us a long time, 8 years. Am I right in saying 8 years? Okay, and you started off at 21 stone 8 pounds, and you've lost, am I right in saying, about 4.5 stone, but more importantly, you're maintaining it. I believe today's a special day.
I am more or less maintaining it, and funny enough, my wife has commented that I'm maintaining an awful lot healthier, and she's grateful that I maintain it. You asked a question, for instance, I'm 71. I was shocked to reach 60. That week I was in total shock. Grateful to reach 70. So just literally take it from there. I do try and get out for at least an hour's walk every day. It may be the same walk, but I do have to move out of the way because there are people pass me in second gear.
I know, yeah.
But I get going.
Okay, good. And movement is key.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely. I'm guessing you're a lot fitter now when you're walking. Do you find you're less breathless? You're able to walk that little bit quicker, feeling better? Joints, how are your joints?
Joints, I'm arthritic. So that is under medication as necessary. Breathing is absolutely fine. I'm off cigarettes for long time, and I remain a non-smoker.
You actually did your mental weight report just before you came into us now today. Thank you for doing that. And we were talking before we actually started the podcast about something that's coming up on your mental weight report, which is loneliness. And loneliness is coming up as 0. And you did say to me, Malachi, why is that coming up? And you know, why? What's the reason? You didn't understand it. Loneliness is an interesting one. Sometimes we would say to people, you can be surrounded by people, but you could still feel lonely. Again, mental weight report is just a guide. So you know, when it's asking you these questions, the whole idea is to make you aware, make you think about why. It's all about why are you doing things, and it's possible triggers that may be causing unhappiness, that could cause negative emotions, and then when we've negative emotions, that can cause comfort eating without even realizing it. Yeah. The loneliness one can also mean when you're on your own. It can also mean, are you comfortable with your own company, being on your own? I know some people, it would be a nightmare, for example, for them to go into a restaurant on their own or go to the theatre on their own. Or it could be, I'll give you a little example, and I often tell this story. When I did the mental weight questionnaire 30 years ago, reward and loneliness were 2 things that came up for me. And I'm an only child. I love my own space. I love being on my own. And then I had the light bulb moment. By listening to the audio, something came up. Now it was months later, something came up and I realised what it was. And we lived in Dublin at the time, and Paul, my hubby Paul, was actually playing rugby in Arklow. And he would every Thursday drive down to Arklow, and what was I doing? I linked the two and realised, because it was on my own, it was a reward, it was a treat, it was something nice. I was getting a bottle of wine and a pizza, a full bottle of wine and pizza, because that was my treat when I was on my own. So it could be, they're just some ideas, you know. And the thing is, you know, Malachi, yourself, sometimes, and Dr. LaRocca said this, sometimes you mightn't find the answer until you're in a situation like I was.
Yeah.
You know, does that make sense to you?
It does actually. Like this particular month, one of the things I've noticed, yes, I have been nibbling, and it's been on scones.
Okay.
Carbs.
Yeah.
Which is, I won't say it's unlike me, but I've been off the cheese.
Okay.
And switched to scones.
Okay.
With with butter. Probably the combination, whatever about the individual, is not good for weight.
Do you know why? Is it physical hunger, or is it habit, or is it emotional hunger? Do you know?
Habit more
Habit?
more than anything else.
Okay.
It quickly became a habit.
Okay.
So I mean that's something I've just got to watch out for. I run a parish waste group. I'm the junior actually, but I find the best thing to do is to give the biscuits away at the end.
Okay.
You know, this is the coping mechanism there.
And it's interesting because reward has come up here.
Yeah.
So would you associate the scones as being something nice? Do you hear yourself saying, I'll have a nice scone, or I deserve a scone, or?
Not deserve a scone, but I will have a nice one.
The word nice is used?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So in other words, not a plain scone, but a raisin scone or whatever.
And it's nice.
Yeah.
It's a pity I don't have the fat replica here. You know the ones I'm talking about in the room.
Indeed, yeah.
I always take out that £5 fat replica and I would put it in your hand and say, is that nice? Carrying weight is not nice, especially if you have arthritis on your joints, whatever.
Yeah.
What is nice is fitting into clothes, doing your exercise, and it goes back to childhood.
It certainly does. There are two things in my eating habits. I'm one of 8 children.
Wow.
If you didn't eat your dinner quickly, somebody else would eat it for you. So they've learned to eat quickly, and that's a particular problem.
Yeah, it's coming up.
The other thing is I go through meals quickly because it's on the plate. I don't leave anything behind because there's nothing really to leave behind.
Everyone says that, yeah. It's coming up as well, yeah.
Yeah. I pick in the kitchen.
Okay.
If I'm trying to do a crossword or something like that.
Okay. And it does say that leaving food, you almost never leave food on the plate. Now it's interesting you say, but I don't have much to eat. Everyone says the same. I know you're on the plate itself for that meal may not seem a lot. The reason we say to slow down when you're eating, one reason is because it takes the brain at least 20 minutes to register you're full. But also, we all move too quickly nowadays. We're all, I've heard somebody even this week, a couple of people were saying to me, they're clearing the family's plates before they've even finished. They're trying to get the dishes done or whatever. But as you said, family, that comes up a lot as well. But what we're trying to do here is get you to eat mindfully, to slow right down, taste the food, chew it. And with leaving food on the plate, we're talking about 1p. And more, so it's control.
It's funny when you say mindfully. One of the great advantages of your motivation is you're not asking, please keep to 702 calories per day or whatever. You're asking a crucial question, not what are you eating, why are you eating it?
Yeah.
And this, I think, is your great success as far as I'm concerned, because I sort of have to say, why am I eating the fat on the chop or whatever? So therein lies, for me anyway, the key to coping with it. In 8 years, 4.5 stone, but it is 4.5 sustainably, thanks to the mindfulness.
Great. Yeah.
So this, funnily enough, actually matters a lot. But again, it's that mindfulness. Do I need? Do I whatever? And I slipped this month, but I think I have learned how to say no to myself.
Great. So you feel more control?
An awful lot more control.
Okay,
because it's the mindfulness. Prior to motivation, I would have opened a fridge and started at point X and worked clockwise.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is probably why I was so big.
But
now, if I'm going into a fridge, I'm going for the milk or for the yogurt or whatever.
healthier things.
So
Yeah.
mindful, targeted.
Yeah.
So, and again, you may think 4.5 stone is not much, but it is an awful lot when you come from whatever.
21.
To me, there is no time limit per se. Okay, if I remain static for a month or two, I remain static. Still have the long-term goal. So it's a lesson in patience, but then I have been called diabolically patient at times.
Okay, I think that's a good thing. It's good to be patient.
And bloody minded, so
okay.
keep at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's an important message, and I'm so glad that you're saying that. It's the goal here is keeping weight off. That's what we specialise in. So you're dead right. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We'll say to people, you'll have slips. That's normal. We slip. Your graph will go up and down. And the lovely thing is with the graph, when you have the slips, or those weeks you have the slips, we nearly love when you slip, because we find out, as you said, why. Was it physical hunger? Was it psychological hunger? We'll go through the causes with you. And then at least you're aware for the next time. And then the guilt, you don't beat yourself up if you slip. As you said, you just keep on going and maintaining. And you're great with your coming in for your appointments, Malachi, I have to say.
Thank you.
And you follow the programme as designed, which is
well, you know,
great.
I owe you so much.
Not at all, you do not. We're just delighted and happy that you've lost so much weight, you're much healthier. And yeah, let's keep going. Doesn't matter how long it takes, and keeping it off is the most important thing. So yeah, I think for listeners out there, it's lovely, as I say, thank you to hear a gentleman, and an absolute gentleman you are. Everybody comments on that in here. Hopefully listeners, you do get some inspiration from this podcast. Malachi, thank you again, and continued success.
Thank you very much.